Good afternoon, 23rd October 21. LNG 13. Yes, it is really a bad number in shipping as well as bringing an umbrella on board the ship. Please don't do that. So we have the weight scales of LNG, and again, the difference between the previous LNG 1, 2, 3, 4 until 12 is that the spot rates of LNGs are now up to $200,000. So it is really interesting for these investors to know that Candina is an expert in LNG. We did this from 65 to 85 with Gotthard Larsen, and then we did this from 2002 to 2005 with Knudsen, and still they are now with a lot of ships and new builds, and they just taken a 27,000 tonner LNG now in Italy last week or this week, yeah, week 42. And so then what is interesting about this is that there is a pool of 14,000 euros for a master chief engineer, let's say around these 20 LNG ships, and now the gap between flag of convenience, if go towards $20,000, is around in euros, let's say 17,000 and a half, and then 14,000 euros for the Spanish flag. So there is a gap that we could look very closely for these new builds, because they have bigger and bigger cargo, because the spot rates and are multiplied times 2 or 2.5 this year. Therefore, there is a gap that ship owners that are building LNGs today should consider contracting Candina before. We can look at doing these Spanish flag ships. We have the tenders. We have sent some tenders in August for 30,000 bunker type LNGs, and also which the wages are about the same. But this is a huge competitive advantage, not only for ship owners, but also for the officers, and also in the flag of convenience sector. Now it is a huge opportunity to contact me in order that I can make these proposals and quotes today, 23rd of October 21, because this this energy sector is going to continue to expand. Why? Well, Spain is closer and in the center of maritime commerce. This is clear now. Then, the long-term intrinsic value of companies that invested in LNG is going to continue. The question is, would they be able to manage this situation or not? Because it is, of course, not so easy. It is complicated. Human resources are always very, very complicated. But the question is, can we manage in the long term these human resources? Now, for example, there is a gap. How can we fight for this cushion, this opportunity cost? Could we swim against the current? What is the trend of the wages in the future, and what is the Spanish flag versus the flag of convenience for the retention of this top talent? We have advantages of 50% income tax deduction in these officers, Spanish, and then also the availability of mixing with Filipino ratings. This is what everybody is doing, so there's nothing new about that. Has been the same system since 1965. Candina was involved in LNGs, so it's not changed nothing. The question is, would there be a future supply of Filipino LNG ratings? This is a very important question, because probably we'll have to change the nationalities, because now India is taking over this side. And also in regards of these officers, would there be enough amount of Spanish officers? Are they underpaid today? Will the market go in euros or in dollars? Because there is also a change in that respect. And these are questions that perhaps you can contact Candina, because we could get up to 10 LNGs, either 5 Spanish flag, 5 flag of convenience. This would be the ideal market situation so that we could plan. If we have a plan and if we have a goal, then we can get there. I'm sure there is a lot of energy companies that are looking towards these new buildings. And in Candina, we are able to manage this situation, and this time we want to do it in the long term, as well as we lasted with Cotters Larsen 20 years until they got independent, and then it really was a mess. Yes, it was a mess because others took the knowledge, opportunity cost, and really copy pasted what Cotters Larsen did, and this is what they are doing today. Some with success until today, but history really teaches many lessons to all of us in the LNG side, and this is what I like to generate to your company history in the long term so we can unite and get synergies in our long term. It's very important to know what happened in history to generate the future history and expand together. Thank you very much indeed for your time. If you know any LNG ship owners, please like, subscribe, and pass them this, because I am sitting here Saturday 23rd thinking which are the weight scales for these 10 ships. 5 on 5 would be perfect and would be a nice start. Thank you. Take care. Bye.